Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with Josh today. We're going to be talking about 2023, your retirement playbook, and the kind of things you can do. So first of all, Josh, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do, the name of... Oh, okay, we're live now, maybe. Hi, my name is Laurel. I'm with Josh Albert. He is a financial planner, and we're going to be talking about your 2023 financial playbook. We're gonna ask him some questions. He's gonna give us some great information. And so, Josh, why don't you tell us what you do and what kind of things you can help us with?
Laurel, I just want to say thanks for having me. I've been a big fan of the work that you and your team do for a long time. So thanks for having me on here. And I'm a CFP, which is a certified financial planner. I'm 33 years old. I've been a financial planner for I think this is my 10th year. And we do two things. We invest money and we build financial plans.
Okay. So there's different kinds of financial planners, and you're a fiduciary, right? What is that? How do we know which, if that's useful for us or not?
Yeah. So like a fiduciary is any type of advisor that is required to act in the best interest of their clients, meaning that they can only make recommendations that put their clients' interests first. What was happening and might still happen to this day, and this is not to knock anybody down, but if you're not a fiduciary, that means you're transaction-based. So every time that you sell a security or an investment, you're making a commission. So what was happening is these advisors were selling like investments to their clients. They were getting a commission. They were walking away smiling, but the investment was a crappy investment. And so the client was unhappy. With a fiduciary, they don't charge any commissions. They just charge a flat fee to give advice. So like the fees are structured in a way so that as the client does better, the advisor does better. It's a win-win. If you're looking for an advisor, just make sure you're working with a fiduciary.
Yeah, great. Now, is now a good time to invest? I mean, the markets look a little scary and, things are happening. Is this a good time to invest?
Yeah, like it's very concerning sometimes. And I definitely feel for people who are concerned to invest right now. Warren Buffett teaches us that we should never make an investment decision based on recent market movements. Rather, we should ignore the distractions and just stay focused on long-term investing. I always say if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, it's good enough for the rest of us. But to be totally honest is like, if we're a long-term investor, then we shouldn't really be concerned about investing. I'll just use your world. When the real estate market goes down, everyone is buying like crazy if they can. We should look at investing in the stock market the same way. If everything's down, that's an amazing opportunity for us to be buying. If everything's expensive, I don't want to be buying. It's really tough to buy real estate when it's expensive. Same for stocks as well.
Yeah. In fact, the more expensive it gets, the riskier it is to invest.
Same with stocks.
Yeah. We want to make sure there's value there. Okay. So it's tax season. How can your financial advisor really help you reduce taxes, or what are the things we should be doing right now?
Yeah, so IRS gives us a couple of really cool tools that we can use to reduce our taxes. Like everyone's probably heard at this point of what an IRA is or a 401k. So do whatever you can, like work with a financial advisor, work with a tax preparer, understand what types of deferrals you can make to reduce your taxable income. But there are other things that are like supercharged 401ks. There's an area of financial plan that are called defined benefit plans, where higher income earners can put away 100, 200,000 of earned income. They can defer it there and not have to pay taxes on it. So imagine if you made 3, 4, 500,000, $1 million, you're going to be paying 50% of your W-2 or whatever you earned that year in taxes to the IRS and to the California Franchise Tax Board. But you can take 200,000 of that, you can put it into a defined benefit plan, defer it from taxes in that year. So it becomes a humongous tool that income earners, or definitely higher income earners, have access to.
Awesome. And then this is the time to make your HSA accounts or your IRA accounts if you can do that. And remember, those of us over 55 can put more away, right?
Totally. Yeah. Over a 50, the IRS gives you what's called a catch-up contribution. So like in the 401k, you get an extra 6,500 than someone who's under 60, who's under 50 years old. So yeah, definitely an HSA is a great idea. Really good idea.
So what are the 3 most important financial decisions someone can make today?
Yes, I think there's a ton, but I'm going to go back to like the fundamentals. So number 1 is have an emergency fund. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if the market's going to take a huge dive, if we're going to lose our job or get sick. So have an emergency fund no matter what. They say that if you're like 5 years from retiring or already retired, you should have about 3 months of what your 3 years of what your expenses are just in an emergency fund. So let's just say you're taking like 5,000 a month out of your retirement account. So 60,000 a year. So we should have 3 times that, 180,000 just sitting in savings as an emergency fund. If you're not that close to retirement or not retired yet, the typical rule is like 3 to 6 months of your income. So if you're making like 10 grand a month, have between 30 and 60,000 in savings. Hard to do sometimes, just a no-brainer. I don't think anybody could argue against that, against me. Number 2 is, and I think this is well understood, but just diversify. Like if you've got all your money in, let's say, Apple stock or in one concentrated position, if it all goes up together, it's likely to all go down together. So just be careful of putting all your money in one segment. It can be unarguably one of the best ways to grow your net worth. However, it can totally crash your net worth too. And a good example is real estate as well. Is like it's an amazing way to grow wealth, but it can all go down pretty quickly as well. So you just got to be careful and not putting on one segment. Just make sure you're diversifying. The third thing, and not everyone has access to this, but start early. It's incredible how little investing success has to do with what you actually invested in, and how much time you actually invested. You could buy the worst piece of real estate ever. If you hold it for a long period of time, it'll probably be worth a lot more 20, 25, 30 years from now. Same with owning stocks. So start early, diversify, have an emergency fund. Those are the kind of the 3 most important things you could be doing right now.
Yeah. And, just by the way, take advantage of things too. Like I've got several people working for me who are under the age of 35 and I match 4% 401k, right? And they don't take advantage of it. I'm like, it's free money.
Free. Yeah.
And it will grow and you can use it to buy a house later, or you can use it for your children's college education. You can borrow against it. There's a lot of things you can do. So I've gotten this far this is not me, quote unquote. I'm not silly, but there are people who've gotten this far without a financial advisor. Should you start now? Why should I get one?
I see that a ton is like, hey, why do I need someone? Like a financial advisor might just come in here and just blow up everything I've already done. And so if you feel confident in what you've done, then yeah, you should just stick to your guns. But if you have any uncertainty around your planning, want a second opinion, or aren't a do-it-yourselfer, seek out a fee-based financial planner to run a financial plan that is not product-based. Knowledge is power. So a second opinion can only enhance your confidence or identify opportunities for improvement. So I would suggest if you have any uncertainty out there, just be thinking about a second opinion. Companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get audits and second opinions every single year. It's okay for us to do the same thing with something as important as our financial planning.
Right. Especially the older we get, the more we've got to balance that thing.
Plus, like times are changing. Like the financial strategy that was the best one 25 years ago probably isn't the best one today anymore. So, good to get advice from someone who, is up to speed on what the best practice financial advice is.
Right. Otherwise you're speculating, right? I always tell young people who I'm mentoring in real estate, This is a business. Each house you buy has to have a job.
Totally.
If you're doing long-term, like being a private lender and loaning money on real estate, then you need to make sure that you have equity, that you're protected. You need to put all the protections in. And if you don't understand that, you need to get someone who does know all the nuances to help you with that. So, Josh, really, thank you for giving us this little window into what and I know you can help people a lot more. So how do they reach you? And, how do they work with someone like you?
Would be happy to help, like we do for anybody who wants some advice, 15-minute, totally no-cost consultation. So just give us a call. It's 916-648-6438. You can go to our website. It's just joshalbert.nm.com, or shoot me an email. It's just josh.albert@nm.com, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah. And, sometimes just a quick look can give someone a really great idea or something they had no idea about. So yeah. Thanks so much for spending your wisdom and time and joining us here on the Facebook Live thing.
Thanks very much for everything you do, Laurel. I really appreciate it. See you soon.
And thank you guys for tuning in and learning more. And if you need more information, we're always, give us a comment in the comment box. We'll be monitoring it for the next few weeks and getting back to you. We'll get those questions over to Josh right away, and so he can answer you, or give him a call and get just your questions answered for free. He said he would give you 15 minutes for free.
Definitely. Thanks, Laurel.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.